this Parks meeting to order. I'm Counselor Joe Carney, joined by Counselor Driscoll, Counselor Allen, Counselor Peniagua, and Commissioner LaFave. We have 4 items, it appears, correct? Okay, I don't know if you want to go through. I see 2 of them are for classes. One's a donation, the other is a waiver item. If you'd just go through those for us.
Absolutely. Sorry, just my camera there. Okay, so 2 of them, we want to enter into a contract with 2 vendors that we normally enter into a contract with every year. Obviously, community centers are usually open right now, but we don't want to let that stop us from having programs. So we'd still like to enter into contract with Wachiva and Fight for Hearts so that we can implement programming. And in the immediate time right now, we'd like to offer virtual programming with them. So this is just to enter into contract with them. Any funds that we spend on this are reimbursable through a grant that we've already received as well.
Okay, so I know that it says that the dance instruction courses, that's strictly virtual, but it says that the Fight for Hearts and the fitness stuff, that could be in person as well. Is that done through the schools in person? So there's someone from the district or no?
So we want to put in person there because that's how it was always in the past, that they would actually come to our community centers and provide these programs in person to our youth at the community center. We want to include that language in there in case our community center, in case just, we're able to open the community centers anytime between now and December, which may be unlikely, but at the same time, we don't want to eliminate that option.
Okay, so just as it stands now, this is all virtual unless something changes.
Correct. That's the plan we're moving forward with.
All right, I'm fine with both those items. Can we take a vote? I think it's just actually, I think all of us are here.
I'm good with it.
Good.
I'm good with those as well.
Okay, great. Those 2 are ready. Which one would you like to move to next?
We'll do the donation next. So we have we had a long-term employee who worked for the city of Syracuse, a lifelong Eastwood resident named Tom White. He worked for the parks. He was worked in our admin office here and then ran Magnarelli Senior Center. Parkitects, which is a local company that designs playgrounds and gazebos and benches and whatnot, they knew him as well. They would like to donate a bench in his honor. We'd like to accept it. The location has been chosen with the support of the family, so we'd like to accept the donation of the bench, value of $1,400, put it in Eastwood Heights Park by the garden, the neighborhood garden.
That's great. Okay. Is everybody?
Yeah.
That's very nice of them.
Yeah.
Tom was loved by many. Okay, and then our final item. So this is a new one. It's unique to us, but basically, tree lighting cannot happen the way that it happened in the past. We want to still offer a virtual tree lighting. In order to do that, we realize that we just don't have the capabilities or the budget in-house to do a production that would be aired via internet, on TV, radio, whatever it may be. So we put out a call to all the major media partners in the area. So we didn't do an official RFP, but we did put out a letter inviting all of them to come up with a proposal. No financial arrangements between us and the media partner. We did select a media partner. So this is request for permission to enter into an agreement with Cumulus Media Syracuse in order to produce a virtual tree lighting. They put together a package and submitted a package that just was really comprehensive. It will air for a full month straight on demand at any point in time, in addition to the night that we would normally have tree lighting. They are just providing a lot of benefits. They value what they're going to provide to the city at about approximately $45,000. So I'd like to request permission. Technically, it's a waiver because we didn't do the RFP process, but it's a waiver so that we can enter into an agreement with them. And again, there's no money changing hands. They're strictly going to work with us with materials, with pieces that we pre-record, as well as they will pre-record pieces as well. Put it together, air it on the day after Thanksgiving.
Are we airing for a full hour with them?
So we haven't, I can't really have those conversations with them yet until council approves this, but I'm aiming for an hour. And I think that they're on board for an hour. The letter that we put out to them requested that we wanted it to be at least 30 to 60 minutes. And I think based on the material that we feel that we're going to provide to them, as well as They're going to book bands on them. And I think just putting all of that together, I'm hoping that it will be a 60-minute long special.
So when you say that we're submitting material, are we recording or filming this material, and then what's the cost of that?
So there's no cost. So if you've paid attention during this pandemic, there's been a lot of musicians and festivals that took place virtually, and sometimes it was a musician recording it on their iPhone in their home, or it was pre-recorded on site somewhere. So some of the materials we're going to do in-house, features that we really want to see, whether it's, if we can find a choir in one of the local churches, one of the local schools, something like that, we'll record it. But they also will provide support. We're going to have to pre-record the tree actually lighting up. They're going to provide professional services for that. No cost to us. They're also going to have the segments with bands and entertainment. They're going to record that. And then they're going to take everything ahead of time, edit it all together so that on the night of the typical tree lighting, it will be an hour long. It'll work.
Yeah, the only thing about that, in seeing the million things we saw during COVID, yes, I was paying attention. It's the quality of some of those was very poor. So we just need to, kind of.
So that's a great tip, and one that we're going to want to be very involved in, because this is going to be a city product and it's going to be available for
exactly. That's what I mean.
And they're giving us the right to review everything in advance. So I agree, we want only the top quality, but Cumulus, well, it doesn't seem, I think, like the obvious choice, because why didn't we go with TV? In reality, their proposals just weren't very strong compared to what Cumulus put together. But we viewed some of the product they've already put together, and we feel that it's a very strong professional product that they're already used to, and they can attract a very wide age range.
Okay.
And those are all the parks items this week.
Yeah, Commissioner, I just want to thank you again for doing that. I know it's really been a tough year to try and do things and get people together, and I know it's a thing that everybody really looks forward to, the tree lighting. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that, and really want to commend you for all the work that you put into this. I know this has been a long road coming to get to this, and looking forward to see what they produce.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. One of the next steps that we're going to look forward to is we really want to work with the city of Syracuse. How can we get businesses or restaurants or Landmark or some of these theaters? We want them to we still want to bring people into Syracuse. So if anybody has ideas on how to do that too, because we want businesses to sign on this as well. I mean, if they can air it, bring in business safely according to COVID protocols. But I thank you for that. But yeah, we want to be as creative as we can with this, and no suggestion is a bad suggestion right now.
Great.
Is everyone okay with that item?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So then all 4 items are ready to be moved onto the agenda. And I think that's the meeting, unless there's anything further. Questions, comments, concerns?
I will have a representative from Cumulus available for study session next week, just so that you guys know, so that if the entire council has additional questions, just so you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, I think that's the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.